All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, wherever you are, wherever you're watching this. As you know, my name is Angel, and I'm manager of customer service in Miami West Carrier Annex in Miami, Florida. Um, Last Sunday we missed our show due to technical issues, and I'm hoping to replay the live conversation that I was supposed to have with Kim J um, this Sunday. So this is more of a test to make sure everything works properly, but also at the same time that I'm testing the new split screen and everything that I got working now on my TV. It's also to provide you with some updates to my current situation and some clear context as to what is happening, because most people don't know. Um, this is hard for me to talk about because I'm a very proud person. I'm very genuine, or at least I try to be. I'm very forthright and accommodating. I believe in helping everyone and everything. And I believe in doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. Um, and like all human beings, I make mistakes. I go off tangents sometimes and I say and do things I shouldn't, but that's not because of any particular reason other than, it's just it's human nature. With that being said, there's some things I had to do that I'm not proud of. So to get a clearer context as to what's happening, I'm going to be posting little updates like this more frequently. Um, because I think the more people hear about the situation that's ongoing with the agency as well as the federal government as a whole, we can decide as a people, per the United States Constitution, to stop fighting one another, band together, and hold those accountable that should be held accountable, which is our elected officials and the people we put in charge of our finances and government, blah, blah, blah. We all know the electoral college is a separate is a separate issue. Excuse me. And as such, we won't dive too much into that. But if there's at some point you guys want a historical lesson on the electoral college and how things are work, how the voting process is actually worked, we can do that at some point. I want to talk today just as a person, as a human being. No screaming, no off tangent craziness, no none of that. This is, like I said, it's to test the split screen that I'm using on my phone right now, using a software, and I'm looking at the TV because it's on my 55 inch, and it's streaming from my phone to the TV, and it looks pretty good. The clarity's good, so I'm hoping you guys find it equally clear. I apologize for the lack of decorum and notification. This is just something I had on my mind right now, and I wanted to get it off my chest before I left to pick up my son in a little bit. My government has failed me. Our government has failed its people, and it's the backdoor stories like mine and Kim J that's going to be coming on hopefully soon to explain that to everyone. In short, and I'll dive into the whole breakdown. I went from a full-time salary to nothing. I haven't, and it's no secret, I haven't worked since May of last year. I haven't been accommodated. I've been harassed and picked on and lied about, and my credibility has been, my reputation has been tarnished beyond repair at this point. Um, and I'm still standing tall. Yesterday, I wanted to take a day to reflect on this before telling anybody anything. I haven't received any phone calls from family that know what's going on. No one gives a shit. No one cares. Or they're too busy worried about themselves to worry about my son, 7 years old, almost losing his house. Our only means of transportation, we almost lost it if we didn't like find help from somewhere. But yesterday was a new low for me. And I want to address that because these are the things right now that people do not talk about. They don't address these things at all. They don't. It's always in the backside of all this hate and retaliation and etc. For the first time in my life, I had to go and ask for food at a food pantry because I had no money to buy food for my 7-year-old son and my wife, and we had to go beg people for food. Again, this is not stuff you normally hear because they don't talk about it. But I feel it's important for everyone to understand the ramifications of allowing these individuals to do the things that they're doing. I had to beg for food when I have a full-time job that should be paying me. I told the truth and got in trouble. And it's no secret. I've said this ad nauseum already. I just can't believe that this happened to me. I can't believe that there are people like the individuals that I'm dealing with right now that are so heartless and so, there's no other word for it, just evil. Just fucking evil. To think it's okay to manipulate someone's life this way and hurt them. And then the harassment hasn't stopped, by the way. My new leave came in, and as I was pissed off the other day and I posted that little rant, they surreptitiously manipulated my time again without a 3971. And they're trying to make it look like now that I asked for vacation when it was sick leave FMLA, and I have documents to prove that that's how I called out. My doctor certified FMLA. They refused to accept it. So I want the record to show that I have made every good faith in this entire situation to do the right thing. I just can't believe that I'm living this way. I can't believe that in order for people to hear me, I have to speak through a camera because no one is listening. I can't believe that in my 8-year, almost 7 8 year career, I'm like my dad, dates are foggy. But unless I write them down, then that's another story. But if I write them down, I remember them. It's just off tangent. Sometimes they mix in with other things. But anyway, I just can't believe the new low in my life that I had to sing to get help because no one, not even family, has reached out, has done a fucking thing. Um, at some point in my life, this is going to be over, and I will come out victorious. I will. I will avenge my son and my wife and my family. And those that are responsible will answer for their crimes against the nation, against my family and me, just in general. And when it's over, don't think I'm just going to go away, because I'm not. I am so upset right now that I am calm. I am so heartbroken and cried out that I'm calm. I'm so focused that I'm calm. And I want you to see that. You thought your lives were bad, now it's going to get worse. Remember that I warned you all, and I meant it. And I'm not going to do anything illegal like you want me to. I'm not going to go postal like you're hoping I do, so that I lose everything, right? Because that's how evil you people are. You know you have absolutely nothing, but yet you still try. You still try to hide the corruption. You still try to hide the lies. You still try to hide the fraudulent reports. Sooner or later, the OIG will investigate. Once these cases are over, it's not over. It's not over. And I hope, doesn't matter either way, but I do hope that you understand that you are not immortal. You are not gods. You are not judgment. You guys are just people like me. You bleed. And since May 12th of last year, you guys been making me bleed. Okay. Your time is nigh. Your time is nigh. On the back end of things, it looks like this is working pretty good. I'm very happy about that. So I'm hoping to get Kim J back on here now. Takes a few minutes to set up, so I'll have to start early. Maybe get her on here 30 minutes prior so we can do a trial run and then do that. But yeah, we'll figure that out eventually. Um, but yeah, this was more of a test run than anything. But I figured since I had to test it out anyway, I might as well provide some context as to things that I'm feeling and things that I'm going through. It was very hard to do that and to stand there and these angels in my son's school. God bless them. God bless you for helping my family and I when no one else wanted to. God bless you all for doing the work that you do. And if you don't believe in God and you believe in the universe, may the universe bless you tenfold for what you have done. I'm multiversal. I'm a universal kind of guy anyway. There's a lot of evil people in the federal government, but more in particular, the Postal Service. And I've always said that it takes a very special person to work for the United States Postal Service. A very special person. Um, and it's no secret. I've told that to clerks. I've told that to carriers. I've told that to my constituents. I've always said that it takes a very special person. I've never found myself to be that type of person because I don't believe in hurting people and lying about people and writing false things that are not true. And as I said before, I will testify before Congress if they have the nads to call me there. I will go. Just pay my plane ticket there and my hotel. Y'all don't even have to feed me. I feed myself, man. Just get me there and back home. Put me up for a night or two. I will testify. Because these people here, something needs to be done. President Trump, if you're listening to this, or you have one of your aides listening to this, you know, you stepped into a lot of things, but this is one agency you haven't touched. You've talked about it. You've asked about reviewing certain things. You stated you were going to review certain things, but you haven't done it. Families are suffering. I have constituents, clerks, carriers, other people like myself going through the same exact thing. Other supervisors going through the same exact thing across the nation. At what point, sir, do you say enough is enough and reform is required? It's required at this point. These people get paid too much damn money to do nothing. Half of them don't even know how to run the organization the right way. They've never worked in the post office before. They don't understand the operations. They don't understand anything. They understand computer logistics, computers, logistics. We understand logistics, right? That's the new nature of the game, right? Logistics, money. And that's all they know. And it's a real shame because checking the time because I can't see the time when this thing is running, so I have to kind of like swipe down. It's working so far, so I'm blessed with that. Very blessed. I think we're gonna have a good show once we do use it. This is totally outside the park, outside of the venue of a normal schedule, and I apologize for disrupting anyone's day. Again, I had to test this out live, and the only way to test it out live is to actually use it. It's not like one of those things where you have to say, okay, you know, we're gonna test it and we're gonna see if it works, but yet we don't know. No, I have to test it live. I'm one of those hands-on guys. For those of you that hopped on last Sunday to watch the interview, I apologize. I was very, very annoyed that although I prepared, it wasn't enough. So now I'm going to be more diligent in that and follow through, and I'm going to see if I can pick up a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse today that works for this phone for now until I get the money I'm owed, the back pay and everything they owe me. And I will get it. I'll get it. And they know I'll get it. They're just delaying the inevitable, and they're doing it just to be dicks. Yeah, you're being dicks. You're being cunts. That's fine. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Whatever lets you sleep at night. But remember, Russell Crowe said it himself in Gladiator. What we do in life echoes in eternity. And what you have done to me echoes in eternity. We all have to die. We all have to meet our maker. It's inevitable. It's the nature of things. And you guys are going to either answer now or later, or now and later. But either way, you're going to answer for it. So make peace with that, because that's your bed that you made. Now you have to lay in it. You have to lay in it. It's very unfortunate that I had to degrade myself and ask for food from strangers because I couldn't even. I went from making an honest wage, working hard, just taking care of my family. My two kids now that are 26, gonna be 26 and 21. My son is 21. My daughter's 25 right now. She'll be 26 in August. I don't know if they watch me or not. I haven't spoken to them in a long time. But yes, you do have a brother, and he's a beautiful young man. So full of life, you guys would like him. Maybe one day you'll meet him. Just, I'm heartbroken at this point. Now my wife and I have to go and see a specialist about a fund so we can get money just to pay our fucking rent. Because these dirtbags did what they did. And the crazy thing is, I didn't break the law. I followed the law. I didn't violate any postal policy. I followed the policy. I didn't do anything treasonous against my country. And yet, I'm the one in trouble. And I cannot understand this. I can't wrap my mind around this. How no one wants to accept accountability for this. Where do people think it's equitable to behave in the manner that they're behaving in? Where do they get off believing that they have a right to tarnish someone's good name? And again, I've spoken about this in the past. I had a perfect record. 0 on my record. And then I moved to Florida. And although Florida is beautiful, and there's a lot of beautiful things here, and I enjoyed my time in Florida up until this happened to me, it's been shit to me. It's been terrible. The people where I'm at are so fucking rude, it's crazy. They drive like maniacs here. It's almost as if they never use their signals. I got rear-ended the first 6 days after I arrived here. I never had an accident in, what, 9 years? I drove in Montana about 9 years, almost 9 years, and I never had a fucking accident. And then I move over here, and 6 days after I arrived, somebody fucking rear-ended me and ran away like a little bitch. And then from that time on, it was just like a nightmare for me. A fucking nightmare. I could not believe that these things have happened to me. I couldn't believe it. I can't understand why this is happening. But Misery Likes Company, you guys need to hear this stuff. You need to hear what you're walking into. So this is for all the people sitting at home right now who just got put on leave, who just got put on all this stuff. Mentally prepare. This video is for you. Prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, because you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. You know how many times I thought about oofing myself already? My son calls it oof because of his Roblox games. I thought about oofing myself a couple times already. Hell, I tried it twice. Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit it now. It's twice. These are things people don't talk about. They don't want to hear it because it's too graphic. I thought I was so unworthy. Social Security even denied me and said there's nothing wrong with me. At what point does anybody help me with this situation? At what point does anybody say, you fucking dirtbags, enough is enough, it's time to put you in jail? But if it was us doing it, we would be in handcuffs already. This is what I don't understand. How can the law be so biased and so partial when it should have been, it was established to be unbiased and impartial? But yet it's so opposite, on the opposite teeter-totter of that, it's hard to explain. So for you guys sitting at home now that just went on leave and you're finding this video, or you've been suspended and you don't know why, like that person that got suspended for speaking out about the weather, strap your boots in because it's going to be a long ride. And you need to be ready mentally, physically, and spiritually for this because it's going to be hard. It's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life. It's going to be challenging. And the most important thing you have to do is to stay calm, because if you don't, they're going to take advantage of you. They're so evil. These people are so evil. They don't care. And that's how they climb the ladder. You know, I used to call them face steppers when I was working. Face steppers. Anyone in upper management, you're a face stepper. Why you're a face stepper? Because if you're willing to step on a man that hasn't done anything with a perfect record, and you know these motherfuckers are lying, and there's proof that they're lying, and the documents show they're lying, and you're still covering for them, you're a face stepper. You're a face stepper. And to all the face steppers that this happened to, and now you're sitting at home because it happened to you when you thought by doing it to other people would just go away, you got what you deserved. I'm sorry. If you did this to people and it happened to you now, that's what you get, bro. Because you know what? Karma's a bitch. We all say that, and karma does come and collect. It does collect. This is a spiritual video for those out there that are humble, that are like me, that wanted to do the right thing. Just take care of the family and go home. Guys, gals, it's going to be the hardest ride you've ever been on in your life. The hardest thing you've ever experienced. You're gonna wake up days where you don't want to wake up. You're gonna go to bed days that you just lay there and you don't do nothing. This is gonna play in your mind over and over and over and over and over. And then they're gonna systemically target your health insurance, your pension, your monies, your everything. Have a plan ready. Have a plan ready. I'm thinking about putting a survival guide to this together for everybody. The concept came up. Things you need to prepare for when you do this, because it's important to understand that you will go through trials and tribulations. You will be discriminated against. You will lose friends. Friends that are supposed to be there for you. Now they don't even want to talk to you because you're too much fire. You're too much trouble. They don't want to deal with you. They don't call you. They don't text you to see how you're doing. Nothing. You lose everything. And whoever you have in your little circle, after it's all said and done, those are the people you need to count on. And the crazy thing is that you can be walking and you lost everything. Like Kim is going to tell us about her tragic story from 20 years ago. Now that I got this thing working, I can give her a call back and set it up. But we're 28 minutes in now. I'm just heartbroken. Honestly, I'm like all over the place right now, and I'm sorry about that. But again, I don't have therapy anymore because I lost my insurance. I lost my insurance because these dirtbags kept fucking with my time. And there was no accountability. Now, I've asked for Congress previously to step in. I'm asking them again. And if most of us do the same thing, a good majority of us start poking the bear, so to speak, they'll investigate it. But if we stay quiet, guys, and we don't do nothing, and you allow this stuff to continue, I can't speak up because I'm gonna be like Angel. I'm gonna be home with no money. Yeah, you're right. You will be home with no money like me. But here's the difference. Everybody's situation is different, and I get that. But if we don't say nothing, it's gonna continue. The snowball's not gonna stop rolling because you decided not to say nothing. People think by staying quiet that they don't have to worry about it. Yeah, maybe temporarily, until they need someone to blame, and you're the person they're going to blame. I just happen to be the guy with the perfect record, so they figure, oh yeah, let's blame him. He'll take it and he won't say nothing. Fuck no. I didn't do nothing, so I'm not going to accept blame for something I didn't do. And has these months been hard? We're in 8 months, going on 9 months now with no fucking money. You tell me if it's hard or not. they're still playing with my time. They're still manipulating my clock rings. Even while it's under MSPB and the judge has the case in review, they're still manipulating my time. So what does that tell you? They don't care about oversight. They don't care about the jurisdiction. They don't care about nothing. In their minds, they can do what the fuck they want because no one's going to tell them nothing. And this is what I mean, guys. If you don't say nothing, it will continue. I don't believe in fighting a lost battle, but I am going to see this through to the end. No matter what the outcome is, I'm going to see it through to the end. The fact that they're doing this, knowing that the case is under review with MSPB, that's fucking scary, man. That just tells me they don't care. In their minds, they can do what they want. They don't care. They don't care what the judge says. So if you guys don't care what the judge says and they don't care what the judge says and nobody cares what the oversight says, is there real accountability here? Like, let's be honest here. Is there real accountability? I don't think so. Because if these guys are allowed to do this stuff, that should tell you right there, accountability is just what it is. It's just verbiage on a paper. It doesn't exist. The same thing with workers' comp. How you submit all this paperwork and I'm still waiting for help? How is that possible? They don't have anything. They don't have anything because they lied. End of. Mic drop. It's over. But no, we're still playing the 30-day tug of war. Meanwhile, my bills are piling up. I am now in federal default from my federal school loan because of these dirt bags. Okay, I'm now in default 45 days, 2 months on my fucking car. All my credit card bills have lapsed now. Now they're all in fucking delinquency. My entire life is just fucking in a whirlwind because of 3 people. 3 fucking people did this to me. And they somehow convinced an entire organization of people to believe them, even though the facts prove otherwise. Interesting. So that just tells me the oversight doesn't exist. It's just written trash. It's garbage. It doesn't mean anything. Because when you use logic in the matter, logic dictates this don't go like this. If this law says you're not supposed to do it, then you should be held accountable. If the law says there's a maximum penalty up to this, then they should impose that penalty because they lied on the oath. But nothing ever happens to them. And then they turn around, they get slapped on the wrist, they send them to do garbage duty for 2 weeks. Then I go into the sunset, I retire, they wait till things cool down, then they put them back where they were before to cause more havoc and more craziness. It's the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity. So yeah, it's no secret. I'm probably going to lose everything. But you didn't take my integrity. Because yeah, I had to go beg for food and I had to beg for help because I had no help from my family, no friends, really, nobody. That's okay. I'll take the hit. I'm going to lose my car and I'm going to be walking again. That's okay. It's not the first time I lost my car. I'll get another one. In fact, I have another one. I just got to go get it. Because I thought ahead. I always think ahead. And to the 3 people that did this to me, remember, I said it earlier, what we do in life echoes in eternity. From Gladiator. I love that quote. It's very, very stoic. So if you're scared now, imagine when you guys check out. Y'all the ones that's gonna answer to God, not me. That's between you and him, or her, or they, depending how you look at it. That's on y'all. You 3 conspired, you 3 did this, and you 3 will answer for it, either now in this life or in the next, but you're gonna answer for it. So I would highly suggest, sorry, I kicked the table and the whole thing moved. I would highly suggest you guys make peace with that. Because no, I don't forgive you. No, I will never forgive you. No, don't even try to speak to me when this is over. I don't want to hear it. I don't care what happens to you. Y'all didn't care what happened to me and my family. I don't care what happens to you. I make good on my promises. It's coming. It is coming. It's a shame. But yeah, in any case, thank you all for listening. Or to my one live viewer, whoever you may be. Thank you so much for tuning in. Whether you catch this now on the replay, Facebook, whatever, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for chiming in. Sooner or later, we all have to answer for the things we do. Stay blessed, stay humble, and with that, I'm going to let you guys go into Thursday. Be safe. Don't let evil win. Stay strong, people. It's going to get hard. Really hard. Take care.